What is up?
Hello, hello, hello. What's up? How
What's
are you?
up? I'm good. Feels great to be talking to the Red Bull Wololo 4 champion.
If that no, probably not gonna happen. I would say the chance is like 0.5%. But
Whatever. What's up, YouTube? In this video, we're being coached by Daniel, the #1 American player in Age of Empires 2. Hope you learned something. Enjoy.
so let's think about the matchup before we even start. Okay.
Okay.
Lithuanians against Burgundians. What are you trying to go for in Feudal Age? What are your thoughts on this matchup? How it develops, and let's just see what you think.
Ideally, Burgundians want to do like scouts into Cavaliers in Castle Age, right? And I think while Burgundians can do good at that, Lithuanians can do better if I get relics, right? Because just a Cavalier without bloodlines is just a knight with 2 relics compared to Lithuanians. So if I get 3 or more, I should, as long as I can keep up numbers, I should outproduce them. So I would think I would want to go scouts against it into knights and just try to win that initial knight thing, because I know very early castle it's tough for Burgundians because they have to get the cav tech, and then if I can take advantage of that small window and then just take map control and then just stay ahead, I should win fairly well.
Okay, I mean,
That's
I like
my
that idea
assessment.
so far. I like that idea so far because I would go scouts in this matchup too, personally, because
Okay.
Lithuanians can go scouts a lot earlier than Burgundians. I would focus on, maybe trying to get a 19 pop or 20 pop up, just so I can put on the pressure early on because of that 150 food early, so I can up the fuel age earlier. And so far, I think your idea is pretty correct. So let's see how it plays out, okay?
All right.
Because so I would recommend going scouts also. But the thing is, you don't know if he's going scouts or if he's going for anything or what is he going for.
Right, yeah, he could do anything.
So I would say scouts is definitely the safest option, but let's adapt during the game.
Appreciate the
And
reset,
look at
Lucas.
maps, etc. And we think of and I think one of the biggest things that I see regarding just overall, I would say mid elo gameplay would be map setup. And
Right.
I would definitely try to give some opinion on that too. So
Yeah.
let's start up the game and we'll see what happens.
Weird.
Okay. Good job so far. I don't think APM is, low,
Yeah, it's just a starting APM now. I forced myself to load that, right?
Your starting APM is very, very good. It's good. You got the sheeps in the back, scout in the front to scout, etc. I like it. I like it so far. Let's see. Really good scouting information so far, but I want you to recognize what you need to protect. Well, number one, move your sheep closer to your second. Yep, perfect. I'll listen really, really close. Yep, perfect. And then I can get that shift click going on. Perfect. Good job. You're doing really good. This arcade, I think, so far has been pretty damn clean.
So, like, since you said, like, right now, like, I got forward berries and I got forward main gold. That feels incredibly tough. My map so far feels pretty open as well. So it feels like I should be really aggressive.
So I definitely think your map is more open than, what you would want to be, but I don't think it's unwallable. In fact, I think if I get this map, of course, I wouldn't be happy, but I think it's a more playable map than expected, I would say. And like for example, right now, let me pause this game really quickly, just so we can talk about this really, really quickly. So let's talk about go through like a basic mine. Where do you want your first barracks to be? Like at this very moment, you're just running through Dark Age right now, right?
Right.
I want you to know like where you think about your next buildings nowadays. Like already, I would say like I don't think about it like right now, but at the very moment, like this next build, I'm during a boar, right? The next build, I'm building a house. That'll be the first house that I have regarding vision of the map and everything, and it could be placed pretty well. So then I can actually get vision and stuff like that. Where would you put it?
So I had already thought I was gonna place the house just in front of the berries and the gold, probably like 2-3 towers forward. That way I could wall in that potentially. and then try to just like wall back to this starting house that I did. Like wall from this tree line past the berries, past the gold. Try to protect that from archer range, and then come to this house if I have to for a quicker wall or whatever, or just wall towards the TC. Kind of just like do like a front little L or whatever to protect that front. But that's definitely where I was gonna go. Especially since my berries are there anyway.
That's exactly how I would do it too, honestly. And the stable and the barracks up front. So I think you're having a really good, like all these things so far. I think you're having a really pretty good mindset and just overall pretty good game sense. Clean Dark Age. I like it. That's good. It's been really good. Pretty good so far. Pretty good. Pretty good so far. Nice. That's literally how I would put that.
The gap, yeah.
I know, like, you know, I mean, I probably wouldn't. I personally don't do the gap as often as I should, but I honestly kind of like it. Why do you need that second house right now, though? I mean, you can do it. It doesn't matter.
I was gonna house and then grab the boar with it.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I think
for timing.
I think that would delay. I think that would delay the boar, but it could. Let's try that. We'll follow your build order so far. I'm not gonna interrupt your build order right now. I just want to see it first. Perfect timing, actually. Good job.
Yeah, except for that. Oh, why stop? Don't do it. Get wrecked.
Oh, no.
And I lose again. And I'm out. See? Only takes one air. That was right. It will. And you know what sucks is that's where I say I struggle with APM, because it's right when I got the sheep notification from his sheep or whatever.
Yep, I got it. I see it. Yep, that was pretty tragic, but we can recover from that. That was definitely something that we didn't want happening. But right now, I think overall now your scouting information has to be you have to concentrate on scouting information. Okay. Like, I want you to you scout the main gold. I want you to look at the main gold real quick. And also your TC should just you see that he's taking gold already. You see that?
Yeah.
So that timing right there is for you. Your TC should be shift clicking the sheep just so you have 0 idle time, and so that you can actually focus on your scouting info. Your scout should look a lot more to his base right now. To look where that taking that 10 gold from his base, was it actually for just was it actually for a drush, or was it for a man arms?
So I should stay back on it. Okay, yeah. And I see he pushed the deer. I see a dead body.
Yeah, that's a pretty late barrack, so you know that's probably a man.
And he has no loom.
You can take it. I wouldn't do it ever, but sure. Yep.
Delays. I'll take.
You wasted HP on your scout, which is actually really bad.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a bad move when you do that, because you waste HP. And now try to get a second lumber camp out. I would just run back with the scout, honestly. I wouldn't fight like that. Like you already took damage from the villager. You have to really out micro him to be able to accomplish that. And at the end of the day, you're making your build order under your TC a lot worse from doing that.
Okay.
And I personally don't think that was worth it.
Okay.
Just because of the fact that you made your eco really weird from accomplishing that. Like, you see now you actually have no more map control. You can't even move out when you're half feudal age. Because right now, even though we're assuming that's a man-at-arms, we don't really know where his man-at-arms are coming from anymore, because you traded that HP. And that's more important of an information than you potentially delaying his barracks by like 5 seconds or something like that. So move out of your scout now. Your scout, see his scout, so your scout won't get sniped. Move out your scout right now just to see where his man-at-arms are coming from. Okay, you see that? Perfect. I'm just gonna look at your reaction. I'm not gonna comment on it.
I should have walled it.
It's fine. Minimize the damage.
Oops, I ran into his TC as well, Poggy.
Minimize the damage. We can still play on. I don't think that this is he didn't kill a single villager there, so that's fine. Okay. So there are a few things that I would say. I would actually watch this game finish. I'll let this game finish first before I say it. But I'm liking your reaction so far. But you will need to start. Number one, your scouts right now should be hunting at scouts. Let your scouts out, just so you can hunt the scout down. Like, you can't let that live, basically.
Okay, yeah, okay, I got you.
Or you can't let that live because that's way too important. You can't, yep. So now you lost track. He's probably went home and just like, so now don't worry about, oh, perfect. Yep, he showed you it. That's a mistake from him and you gotta capitalize on it, right? Good job, well played. Perfect. Nice. Bring those 2 scouts back. You don't have to micro like that, right? Like that 1 scout damaging on that, like that doesn't do you much. Just bring those other 2 scouts, and then when all 3 of your scouts are there, delete that palisade that is attacking. Bring 2 villagers out. Fight with your scouts. Yep, perfect. And you should probably not. Okay, that's fine. That's still okay. Bring some villagers out. Your villagers are just chilling. Perfect. That's fine. And now this time it means that he's going to Drush FC. So,
yeah, that's what I said. It seems fairly late.
So right now you should probably try to take gold, and you know it's a pretty hard counter to scouts in general. So right now you have to scout out whether or not he's going for a stable play or an archer play. This is your objective right now because you should know in your progression on how Drush against scouts works. It's almost certainly always going to be fully walled. He is going to be fully walled. You're not going to do any damage. So your only sole objective is to find out where does archery play or a scouts or a knight play from him, if that makes sense.
Yeah. In this situation, could I pull would it make sense to pull like 3 farmers and hit a deer right there, or no?
I mean it's okay, but I don't think that it's
not worth it,
necessary.
Yeah.
I think just worrying about your own eco management and the other parts would make more sense than that. I would probably build a market, honestly, at this point. Your gold income's not gonna be fast enough. So I'll build a market just as part of my walls, and then wall up quicker. And okay, you see a stable play, perfect. That's fine. I wouldn't get wheelbarrow here. Stop the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Get like 2 of those.
Okay.
And then wall up yourself. Put more of those out for walling.
Okay.
Yep, so that's perfect. So that you should actually be really happy about this. Well, they'll cancel some of your villagers. Yep, and then sell wood.
Oh.
Sell wood, and then go up.
Smart.
Perfect. This is fine. And then we can get horse collar now. You forgot horse collar. But that's fine too. But we should watch back the wreck so that we can have a little bit of identification of what we could have done more, for sure.
Okay.
The 2 scouts should really be moving around more now, because after seeing that's a stable play, you with your game sense should know for a fact that he shouldn't be able to get into your base as long as you're fully walled, right? So the only few things that you're really checking is number 1, are you fully walled?
I'm on the way.
And number two, what can you what those two? If the knights can never get into your walls, what's the only thing that can make knights get into your walls?
Having holes.
Nope, having a siege workshop forward. You can never
Okay.
he can't break into you, right? If you played this correctly, he can never break into you. So that means that's the only thing you have to watch out for. That means that's your two skill.
My two scouts that are chilling at the front. Yeah, I scouted the stable. So right here, I click 25% of the way up. I get gold mining. I'm gonna start working on getting bloodlines in my armor. That's my thought. But since he did Drush FC, he's gonna get to castle much earlier. I'm gonna have to be forced into a defensive situation. Is there any adapting I should be doing right here? Should I go ahead and make two scouts, or two spearmen or something right now? I mean, they'll just die to knights, right? That would just be a waste of investment.
Right now, I think what you're doing right now is perfect, other than the two scouts movement, and also there might be a hole in your wall. But I think you should, number one, prioritize earlier walls, finishing up the walls earlier. Because, for example, if this dude was, I don't know, someone who, if Murphy wanted to add 3 scouts or something like that, just something
he could have just,
those 3 scouts could have killed, literally could have killed you right now, because he'll keep you open, and 2 stable knights flush you, you're dead. Okay. Right? So those things, these timings, obviously probably wouldn't happen, but there's a potential for it, and obviously, you should just try to prevent those things from ever happening, because it's 18 minutes right now. You dealt with a drush, and yet you're not fully walled by 18 minutes. I think that is a timing wise something that to be done. But right now, what you're doing is perfect. Just go for 2 stables, and right now you should think about 2 things. Well, 3 things. Number one, your 2 scouts finding that forward ville. Second thing, full walling your map earlier, faster, and check for holes. Third thing, the more important thing would be looking at your map. Are you going to open up TCs? And then look at his map and think,
what is he gonna do?
How can he open up TCs? Or what can I do to damage him when I'm up to Castle H?
Okay. I was gonna open up Monastery for sure.
Okay.
Because he has Cavalier. He'll have if he gets Cavalier, we'll have equal knights, except he'll have +2 attack. And so I lose equal numbers. So, and if I'm gonna go knight vs knight, I want to have monks anyway. Plus playing in Lithuanians, I want to get map control. So would it be more beneficial to take one scout him, see what he's doing, and use the other one to go try to find relics, or should I use both to scout him?
Yep. So I think you should right now do exactly as you said, but I would probably, with your thought process, then I would probably pull a little bit of food and a little bit of wood off just so you can actually build the monastery and still afford a monk or 2 and some knights and bloodlines. That's going to be a lot, right? So definitely pull some villagers so that you can get onto gold. I would say 8 or 9 vills on gold would be the ideal scenario right now, especially because you still have a few villagers that's currently doing things. So on your right side there's a hole, so I would finish that up. Check for the Yep, perfect. And then, second stable inside the wall, that's still fine. The 2 scouts, move around a little bit. You have a lot of hills on the front of your map. So.
I gotta get a blacksmith.
That's completely fine. It's okay. There's no worries about it. It's not going to make or break the game. What are you trying to go? For me personally, after seeing his map, I would probably go pretty aggressive because he has 2 goals for it. You see how the spear could have stopped your walls already or something like that?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean now, right? If that spear wasn't a spear, what if it was a scout or something like that? Then it would have been really, really bad. So definitely these things to keep in mind.
So
perfect.
It's 2 stable, and he's got pike.
So I don't think you mind too much right now on, I would say, click on that scout just to check the upgrades. What was he up to?
2 + 1. +1 attack.
Okay, I didn't see the +1 attack, but maybe I wasn't.
But maybe it wasn't. We'll see. Maybe I just misread that.
Yep, this is fine. Live coaching is very, very difficult to get the information, and then you just can't take what I'm saying and then just do it immediately. Right? So definitely don't worry about it. I wouldn't get +3 here, but it's fine. We can continue.
I could have got whatchamacallit. Since he's going, I could have just got the forging, which is cheaper, right?
But that's fine. We can just play on, you know, for now. And we should, I think the best way to do this would honestly be rewatching this game afterwards. I think, if you want to watch it from my perspective on how I'm thinking later on would be a good idea. But right now, let's focus on this live game, okay?
Yeah.
So you have 4 knights. You're producing that 1 monk, but then now you're looking forward to clearing out that spear. Perfect. And then I want you to build a gate somewhere in the forward, just so you can, you know, and then get some map. I need you to get some map presence, some sort of information.
Okay, so he's got cav and he's got +1 defense.
Okay, let's just back up here real quick then. You can't fight that. Your production has to keep going. I don't think you want to just, like, you see it. You see what you need to see. But just back up and then, like, focus on your macro. And then, so I would probably try to get husbandry here because it would be very, very important to escape or catch. But husbandry is probably the most important tech here for now. So move out the monks, move out the knights. I might try to, you know, get that. I would try to get that hill in the middle, get some information there with the knights and the knight and the what's it called, and the monk. Your villager.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, I hate how it does that bug sometimes, I think. I need this upgrade, though.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay. So, I want you to think about what the main priority right now of the game would be. You know, right now you have the hill under control. You're forcing reactions, which is fine. But then your eco is definitely behind right now. Burgundians just have better eco than you. So right now you're trying to force some reactions, and I want you to see if you can force the reactions that you need to do. It's a very, very cocky convert, but...
Nah, I was trying to get him to stop, yeah.
Perfect. Now look... Yep. Ooh, didn't get conversion there, so gotta run back. You still have a monk around your farms, so you can use that to potentially get the cavaliers off of you. So that was actually a pretty important conversion, but it's okay. We can play on. You got 1 conversion back. Now just heal up and, you know, focus on your macro. And I would probably look towards opening up a second town center at this point. And you need more monks. You need just a lot of things. Yep, you need more monks and just need some. Yep, good TC. I like that TC so far also. And yeah, overall I think this game is going pretty well. The 2 scouts should really be scouting for relics right now,
yeah, that's why I had them over there in that corner.
More information in general. Perfect. Getting another knight pickoff. His eco is probably a lot better than yours now, though. So you're going to be on the back foot right now because of the fact that it was just there were some, you know, what's it called? I wouldn't go for that siege workshop. The siege workshop, there's no shot that siege workshop ever will be accomplishing that much.
Well, I was gonna start pressuring since I'm gonna have an eco disadvantage, right? Would it not give me? Map pressure?
But the whole thing is that you doing a siege doesn't accomplish. You don't have enough knights to pressure. He's just gonna have more knights then. Like you have the map control ready without the siege workshop. Even though he has economically ahead, you have the map control. So might as well just play on like that. But instead, when you put the siege workshop down like this, you're actually forced to do damage now. Before you were just slightly behind, but then now you're forced to do damage with your scouts. Oh, that's unlucky.
He got a conversion there? That's actually nutty.
Keep building villagers, you have. Well, let's try to do some damage with this siege 4 thing, right? Let's try to get something done. Okay, let's try to get a Mangan out and potentially get something done here. 3 scouts, interesting.
What? Where's the convert? Oh. Pathing stuff.
You got the better fight there for sure, because you got the high ground. Okay. Now this situation actually seems really good now, but okay. Alright, the game should be over with the C-first job actually, but I would say, well, let's go back to the game afterwards, but let's finish him off now. Pressure him as hard as possible. I would probably bring some more monks out just to heal the knights. I wouldn't leave that Mangano like this. I would probably, honestly, personally, the knights, I would be using the knights to hit the stable, and then use the Manganos to kill the villagers if they're trying to repair. Or, you know, pressure them like that, because your knights are going to do more damage to them anyways. Yeah, perfect. They're trying to wall behind, right? So now you can grab more damage trying to kill the villagers and stuff like that, and, you know, now just watch out. You're a Mangano?
Oops.
I use that Mangano to snipe the monks. I'll just back up here. Now you have all the map control in the world. Now you look for relics, but now I think he has captured all the relics that you've seen on the map so far. But that's fine. We'll just play on with some Manganos and some monks and some knight pressure. Okay. I think what you're doing right now is just fine. It's just more likely that or not that I would personally probably start looking into building a castle or a dirt TC so then I can secure the hill. So I'll probably take some stone and stuff like that. Your Mangano can be doing a lot more than this, by the way. Your Mangano can be doing a lot more. Your monk can be doing a lot more. Right now. Okay. I'll try to secure a second gold now. I mean, you already have a security in your back 3 days, but you really need gold right now, so... You're probably going to lose this fight if you leave it up like this. Alright, so...
Okay.
Yep, you gave him the position back from a little bit of unfortunate situation where
I could have had more.
Take it a second gold, so then your knight production stopped for a while, and his knight production never stopped, and therefore it got really bad. I wouldn't make knights anymore. Honestly, I would try to boom up with like pikes and stuff like that at this very moment because you never catch up in knight numbers at this point. Just like how there are just some things that, like for example, he shouldn't have let you catch up with knight numbers, and therefore he shouldn't have made that many knights, TBH. But then he did catch up. But then now I think you shouldn't look for that sort of catch up. I don't think that that's possible. I think you should look for a. And now he's 3 TC fully boomed, which would be very very annoying to play on. I personally think if we were to use our time like correctly, I would probably say that we can call it here, and then we can probably look at the rec game right now, and I'll tell you what I think we should have done here. A little bit of things. Like I think I would share my screen on Discord, so then we can look at the things that we should have done here, and why I think we should have done these respective things. Okay, so.